Hi Jason, so you're a referee. How long have you been refereeing for?
Hi Joel, thanks very much for having me. I've been a referee for, this would have been my third proper season, so we're probably going into fourth season whenever we start up again.
Why did you become a referee?
The main reason I became a referee was because I got sent off in a football match and I thought the standard of refereeing was poor. So I thought, instead of moaning about them, I'll go and do the course and be part of it.
What training did you have to do to become a referee?
Actually, as I played football before, but to be a referee, you have to be fitter, because in a position, if you're, like I was a right back, I just was up and down the wing. As a referee, you have to be up and down the whole pitch. So you have a certain fitness test to do, like you'll run from the 6 yard box, almost to the 6 yard box in 17 seconds, you have sprints to do. It's hard fitness training because you have to be the fittest person on the pitch.
Can you give us an overview of the leagues and the games that you've refereed?
Yes, I do mainly intermediate, mid-Ulster, so the likes of Hanover versus Crewe, Rough Rangers and Amateur League I've done, and I also do the Women's Premiership, which is a highlight of mine as well.
So you've refereed many leagues, including the Women's Premier League, but I believe to referee at the Super Cup is by a special invite only. How did you feel when that invite arrived?
It is, like Christmas had came at once. It is an honour to represent the Northern Irish referees at the Super Cup, because there's other referees come across, there's teams from all over the world, so it was a real honour, and you learn so much because our senior referees are there as well as foreign referees, and you can pick up some good points from them as well as refereeing future internationals.
Do you get people shouting a lot of abuse at you, and how do you deal with it?
I don't personally get a lot of people shouting abuse at me because I played the game and managed the game. I'm more of, I will talk to the players, so if you were passing the ball, I would say that's a terrible pass, and you might say, well, that was a shocking decision, referee. So I like to have the banter with them, and I believe if you talk to the players, they will give you more. If you make a mistake, they will give you more leeway, but they'll also respect you more.
I've got a few questions people have sent in to me from my Instagram page, Sport Talk with Joel.
Yeah.
Are you happy enough to answer some of them?
Certainly, go on ahead.
Do you go to Spec Savers?
I actually haven't got that one, but I know other people that have.
Are your eyes painted on?
Yes, I've got that. You mainly would get that from the fans when they're shouting at you. Because you can't talk back to the fans, what you want to do is just do a nice wee smile at them.
Who's better at football, men or women?
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I would actually say I've refed a lot of the women's league, as you know, but there's a lot of internationals there, and they are good. They're probably easier to handle than men as well.
Alright, so before your refereeing career, you must have played some football. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Did love my football. I started off at right back and ended up a striker. Scarborough Rangers is where my heart lies, but I also played and managed for Blackers Mill when we won the Marshall Cup in 2011, I think, against Laurelville. We were the underdogs, we won 2-1, so that's probably my biggest highlight of my career.
What about the managerial and coaching side of football? Did that ever interest you?
Yes, I was a manager as well, probably for about 10 years. I managed Scarborough Rangers, who I say are my heart club. We got them into promotion into the second division, which was probably the first time in 30 years. Won the cup with Blackers Mill. I always loved managing, pitting your wits against other managers. I just then decided I wanted to stay in the game, but I didn't want the hassle of being a coach, so refereeing was the next step.
What are the best and worst parts about being a referee?
The best parts was probably my highlight when I refereed the Marshall Cup there, not the Marshall Cup, the Bob Ratcliffe Cup, Intermediate Cup at Steinmore, done again in Swift under-20s versus Rangers. That was probably my biggest highlight, because they always say if they don't talk about you after the game, you've had a good job, and they didn't. So me and my whole team, I believe, done really well. So that would be the highlight. And the negative points was refereeing was back in the early days when you made a mistake that mattered, like you didn't give an offside when you should have led to goal, or you give a penalty when you shouldn't have, or vice versa, but you learn from that.
What's your ambitions for the future as a referee?
Well, I would love to say that I would like to move up to the next level, which is PIL or Championship. However, I've maybe won too many wrinkles, but I'm fit enough for it. I believe I have the experience, and I believe I'm good enough for it. But we'll see. It's just about hard work and dedication.
For any young person watching this who's thinking about becoming a referee, what advice would you give them?
The advice I would give is don't listen to the criticism that the players give you, because when you give a decision, one team or the other team is not going to agree with it. So make up your mind and stick by your decision.
Thanks very much for taking time to talk to me, and all the very best for the rest of your refereeing career.
Well, thank you very much, Joe, and thank you very much for interviewing me, and enjoy the rest of your interviewing career.